Welcome to Mugello. As you can see, it is moderately overcast here. The brollies are out as just a light drizzle starts. It did interrupt, I've got to say, qualification ahead of the great race. In fact, we're on the second race of the weekend here at Mugello, just close to Florence, and expecting some fireworks if the opening race is anything to go by. Bergman, who you've just seen on pole, the Swede, bit of a shaky race, to be honest, finished down in 6th place. Sebastian Gimbert, though, is sharing that front row with him. Gimbert himself got found out by some of the younger riders out there. It was Leandro Mercado that actually took race 1. He's in a happy place as well on board the Kawasaki. It was a superb battle, the opener, which saw the top 5 riders on 4 different marks of machine. So a real mix here. You can expect more of the same. And in fact, the sighting lap here is going to be so important for these guys, because it's a circuit that you need to read well if you're going to deliver, Terry.
That's right, yeah. This circuit at Mugello in the Tuscan Hills is an absolutely beautiful circuit for the riders. I used to love racing here when I used to race here in the World Superbike races. Just a little bit of a note here. Mercado, the guy that won the first race on Saturday, he actually, Leonardo Mercado, he won on the Kawasaki. There was 4 different machines in the top 4. I'll let you know who it was. Mercado was first on the Kawasaki, Corradi second place on the Aprilia, Eddie Lamara on the Ducati in 3rd place, and Sebastian Gimbert on the BMW. So 4 different machines in the manufacturers in the top 4.
Andriozzi, who you're looking at right now, starting on row 2, but crashed out on lap 12. It was a bit of a bun fight, I've got to tell you. A couple of BMWs also taken down in the same incident, with Viezello and Magnoli also going down late on. So a real scrap. Smooth lines of Mercado were what showed his class, though. A real battle amongst the top 5, however, and it could not have been closer. Just a second blanketing those top 5 finishes here. Expect more of the same. Some huge runoffs, and boy, will they need them, because the speeds that they carry, particularly into San Donato, the first corner here, approaching 300 kilometers per hour by the time they come round for the completion of the first lap, and run down towards that first long, lazy right-hander, which is always taking that speed, as you know. So they're clearing the track at the moment, ready to go racing. Terry Reimer, this series last year threw up some great racing, some fantastic surprises as well, race by race. We're expecting more of the same.
That's right, Carlton. Yeah, I think I'm expecting better racing this year, I've got to say, because we've thrown into the mix. We had just the Italian riders in the Superbike Championship last year alone, but now we've got Mercado's from Argentina. We've got a couple of the others. We've got Bergman from a Swedish guy, and Gimbert, the Frenchman, and they're all going really quick. That's the grid there we're looking at the moment. Bergman in 1st, Gimbert 2nd, and Mercado in 3rd on the front row.
Yeah, just a little bit further down the order here, we had some surprises, some great movers up the field, I've got to say. Luca Conforti qualified 21st, so you'll find him much further down the order. Finished in 8th place. There he is, Conforti, on row 7. He needs to do exactly the same here. And Castellarin as well, leading off row 8, finished 10th. So lots of changes can be had here. When you know that Alessandro Corradi it was that set the fastest lap on the opener, couldn't get the better of Mercado. It's about driving and riding style here, particularly driving into the corners and riding out of them.
Yeah, we'll see the differences in between the riders and their different riding styles, and also the machines they ride as well. You know, the Ducati, you have to ride slightly differently to the across the frame 4 of the say for instance the Kawasaki or the BMW. But one of the things to note, Carlton, is that got to remember there's lots of people that are sitting at the back of the grid that are normally at the front of the grid, because the qualifying was actually wet on Friday.
Yeah, lots of surprises in store then. One thing I think you might appreciate here is that experience counts for an awful lot. I think Gimbert may well go better this time by.
And they've just walked off with the 30-second board. The riders are pulling off now for their one lap, the one warm-up lap, just to get some heat in the tyres, get a little bit of heat into the suspension and engines, and obviously for themselves as well. But yeah, it's very, very important because these guys are out on racing slicks. They've got no tread in the tyres at all.
Into San Donato then, and a huge runoff area. They may well need that, the speed they're going to be carrying after the completion of the first lap. We're on the site now, and you can see the rises and falls of this beautiful circuit.
That's right, yeah, exiting San Donato turn 1, going into turn 2, Lucho, and then this is like an S as you go into left and right, and then left again, and down a straight. Slightly straight going into Materassi, hard on the brakes. There's a little bit of a bump just about here in the middle of the corner, and you'll see a lot of the bikes are getting a little bit unsettled. It's like another chicane coming out of Borgo San Lorenzo. It's really important to get a good exit out of this corner, and he drops you down into Casanova. This corner, I've got to tell you, is really scary on a superbike. Your braking there is about 120 miles an hour, and it drops away. Just see there. The bike dropping away, it's like a roller coaster ride. Off camber, you've got to be really careful not to lose the front end. Then you change direction coming out of Savelli into Arrabbiato 1, and then going into Arrabbiato 2 as it were, exiting there, accelerate. Look at them Tuscan hills over the background, but these guys haven't got the time to look at the hills and look at the scenery, I can tell you that now.
Absolutely. Up they come over Arrabbiato 2 into Scaperia, another set of S's here. You've got to be absolutely on it for the exit through Pallaggio into the 180 at Corontaio, and then of course you've got to set yourself up for the, well, possibly the last overtaking opportunity as you return to the start-finish straight.
Yeah, if I can just say here, they're going into Corontaio. It's exiting here, just as you exit here, just through the chicane here is where Valentino Rossi lost the back end of his Yamaha M1 and broke his leg quite so badly. It's a really fast corner there. Hard on the brakes here, going into the last turn onto the start-finish straight. This one's called Boccini, and very, very important corner, this one, because you've got to get the maximum drive out on the 195 mile an hour straight.
Absolutely, and they certainly won't be that many across the track at that point. So get themselves into position then. It is round 2 and the opening weekend here of racing. Mugello, we've had the opening race. It was Mercado that came through, the Argentine, to take that for Kawasaki. The poleman Bergman finishing in 6th place, so plenty of changes you can expect. Just homing in on our pole sitter right now. Some nervous moments for him. He's going to have to make amends.
Yeah, he's going to have a good straight. There's a big run down to the first corner, you know, at San Donato, at least probably about 900 yards or so going into the first turn, so big run. There's a slight kink as well, so it's not all straight. You see the riders bumping up and down, the front of the bike's going up and down as well. They're trying to get as much heat into their brakes as possible, because this straight is so fast. You need the brakes at the end of going into turn 1. Probably got to slow down from the start line down to the first corner at about 150 miles an hour from this position here.
Left hand side of your screen then is our poleman Bergman. It's the right hand side of the track, and clearly the best run into San Donato. Dead centre, Sebastien Gimbert. He needs to make amends. Off the podium in the opening race. Everybody ready? Green flag man is happy. Wait for the light board. Revs rise. They won't hold them long here. Bang, and we're underway, and it's a super drive there by Gimbert, but he just shakes it up, and it's Bergman that's got the escape here. Mercato just beds in beautifully, and Gimbert's thrown this one away. He's being eaten up here, straight down into the first curve.
Yeah, and we got Mercado going into the first turn, but he's actually been overtaken by, I think that was Bergman there on number 71 bike.
Yes, Bergman and Mercado sharing the spoils. Gimbert has managed to pick it up. Triozzi's got a good start as well, and so has Carrera here. Real big mix. They're all keeping it clean just for now through the S's.
Yeah, and I think Gimbert is in got up second position. These guys have got to be really careful. These bikes putting out over 200 horsepower. They get on the gas a little bit too early, and they can get high-sided or flicked up in the air and hurt themselves quite badly.
Yeah, it is Gimbert that's just selling himself in here. Already really, really strung out as they come downhill into Salvelli and into Arrabbiata. Very, very quick about this. The opening lap here.
Yeah, these guys got to be really cautious through this area now, because the front end can drop away. That looks like Eddie Lamara going up the inside of Gimbert.
Lovely work by Lamara. Lamara starting in 4th place. He's up into 2nd place now. Oh, big back out there as well. Bergman trying to make amends for a shaky start, and Gimbert as well has got a lot of pickup to do on this opening lap.
And Magnoni up and just going up to 3rd place there, going underneath Gimbert.
nice little drift. Gimbert just trying to keep it smooth here. It's a long game, of course, but it's only 14 laps. Yes, you can lose the tyres even on such a short race as this, but they're starting to settle themselves down for the first pass across the line. Mercado, Gimbert, Maria, Magnoni, Bergman down 5th place at the moment.
Yeah, Mercado looks like he's edging out. It's probably pulled out about 3/10 or so, or yeah, I'd say it's about 3/10 of a second over Lamara.
Lai got a superb start in the Kawasaki. In fact, what Bergman lost, Lai's made up. He's in 6th place at the moment, having started in 9th. 3 spots for him, lots of chops and changes.
Now let's have a look down the straight now, accelerating down the straight. Mercado's in the lead. You see him on the Kawasaki. He's going to be pulling 195 mile an hour around about this point now, and Lamara's on the Ducati in 2nd place.
Oh, lovely slick move as well from Lai. He just continues to make up ground here. He's up to 5th after the opening lap, into lap 2 then, and still a lot of leg hanging coming in, just trying to shed some speed into this curve. There's confirmation of how they stand. It's Mercado out front with Mara, Magnoni, Gimbert, Bergman down into 6th place, and Carradi's all over the back of him. Polita also making moves, and Andreozzi, a superb drive from him up into 10th place at the moment.
Really surprised that Eddie Lamara's Ducati, you know, it's got lots of top end. The Panigali's flying down that straight.
Well, Andreozzi is on the fade, I should say. He got actually tangled up with Bergman at the start and has fallen back into 10th place. There he is. Vitzelio and Goy into 12th place now. Goy having started down in 19th, big jump.
Now the guys, Lamara, Magnoni and Gimbert, will be seeing Mercado starting to pull away at the front. It's a danger man. He's going to, if he gets too far, he's 0.7 in the lead at the moment. If they let him get too far, he'll break the toe down that fast start-finish straight.
Well, they're all stringing out now, and your attack points just starting to show themselves up, display themselves to the riders here. Midfield, and I'm just looking at Andreozzi here, running in 10th place and trying to make amends. Very, very late on the brakes, big shimmy on the back end, almost threw it away, but Vitzelio just sailing by him on that one. Goy also is now running in 12th place, Goy having qualified down in 19th. A lot of big names like Conforti and Goy, in fact, having an awful qualifying session in the mixed conditions here. Hard to read it was. Gimbert's got some real drive here, finally settling himself in. He's running in 4th place behind Magnoni at the moment.
And in 2nd place, Lamara on the Eddie Lamara on the Ducati. He's trying so hard to keep up with Mercado in the lead. He knows if he pulls away, he's broken the toe. Let's see what they are across the line now.
Well, Fellini dropped 4 places off the start. He's it was more than that, and he's making up great ground at the moment. Fellini, in fact, there he is in 12th place. He's made up 2 spots in that last lap. Mercado, Mara, Magnoni, Gimbert, Lai, Bergman, and Carradi with Polita in 8th place. Bragnola is in 9th with Goy now running in 10th spot.
And Mercado's holding his space there at 0.745. So Eddie Lamara is keeping him honest, that's for sure.
Yeah, he is. Just homed in on Goy though, as he just came through the oil dry. We've had some spills a little bit earlier on, as warm-up took some prisoners out there. Just focusing in on Lai right now, running in 5th place. Lai qualified in 9th, but Goy's the big mover at the moment. Made up 9 spots so far.
Yeah, Goy going well, you know, but Magnoni in 3rd position. Looks like Lamara's slowing him up slightly through these turns, and I think, for my money, Magnoni could be the danger man here.
I think so. The most brutalised rider out there is Bergman, who got another terrible start. Just tried to snatch at it, did exactly the same yesterday. Finished down in 6th place, and he's running in that spot right now. Almost bedded in there, it seems. 3 laps done of the 14. Great opener, this one.
Yeah, just as I say, that Gimbert goes into 3rd position, and you just see there on the BMW, Sebastian Gimbert, he's 36 years old, from France, has won. Big 24-hour man, Gimbert. He's won the Le Mans 24-hour Boldor and the Spa 24-hour, so quick guy.
Yeah, very, very quick, but plays a longer game more naturally, perhaps you might say, but he's been running well here. Carradi in 3rd place on board the Aprilia. It's a great mix of machines, but Kawasaki and BMW sharing most of it, save for Mara on the Ducati. Across the line they come. Mercado, Mara, Gimbert, Magnoni into 4th place. Lai now running in 5th spot, and Goy still great advances for him. He's just swapped places with Bragnola though, however, who's taken 10th from him.
Eddie Lamara there, just gone into 3rd position, tight up behind Gimbert. Just starting to pull away, Mercado now. 0.895 of a second, so he's pulled out a 10th on that last lap.
You know what, victory can do strange things to a man. He's got great belief here. He just has to repeat the feat essentially from yesterday. The Argentine got a great start in race 1. He's done exactly the same here. It's about smooth lines for him. It's almost a masterclass. While everyone else is battling for position, he's got empty track out front and he's absolutely loving it at the moment. Real class rider, and he's showing it and making that Kawasaki sing here. He's put some distance, almost a second between himself and Mara. We've got Gimbert all over the back of him on the BMW, who has exchanged places with Magnoni, also on the BMW. Well, quality will out. We've got a gap opening up here between the top 6 riders or so, 7 riders. Then we've got a trio, and then the rest of the field coming here. It's really spaced out.
Yeah, Seb Gimbert, he's actually pulling Mercado back. You can see that. It's just probably a natural thing, as I said before, that Gimbert is an endurance rider, so he's used to getting stronger as the race goes on, and he's actually pulled him back by, I reckon about 0.3 of a second on that last lap. You can just see there Gimbert going into the last corner onto the start-finish straight. Let's see how they fare down the straight now.
Lai and Bergman exchanging paint almost, but Andreozzi there shedding speed, and as he did so, it was Brignola that took advantage on the BMW. Across the line they come right now, and Mercado in a settled place out front with Mara and Gimbert swapping places. Gimbert running in second place, and Mara, well, he just needs to bed in behind the great man and see if he can close the gap on our leader, who at the moment has just got about 1/3 of a second.
Yeah, as I thought, it's gone down from 0.9 of a second down to 0.2 of a second. Mercado's in the lead now. Seb Gimbert is keeping him honest, that's for sure. He's really going to be pushing now. I can only see Gimbert getting stronger as the race goes on.
Well, this is fantastic. 5, almost approaching the halfway point. It really is a solid battle out there. Confirmation of how they're running further down the order here. Carrera and Andreozzi, it's that battle for 7th place that we're just picking up on occasion here. The top 6 or 7 riders here just gapping the field, and it's about 2.5 seconds now. 5 riders with Bergman at the back of that what's 5? It's not a sextet.
Quintet, is it?
I think it might be the quintet, with Bergman at the back though, where he does not want to be. He's got ground to make up. I can't see him making it at the moment.
I'll tell you now though, if you're 5 laps in 14, and there's plenty of time to go yet, Colton, and this is going to be a dogfight of a race. I can't believe how close the top 5 are.
Well, the Andreozzi, Carradi's on his own, save for Lai, but Andreozzi leading the chase on from those behind. Top Suzuki is Polita running in 9th place at the moment. Round they come, just lazily into the corners here, and Mercado has been closed in by Gimbert, and he's dragged along Mara and Magnoni, with Bergman also in close attendance here if anything goes wrong, and it did in the opening lap, don't forget, or towards the end here, when tyres just start to just show themselves to be lacking somewhat. With 2 laps to go, that's when the fireworks happen. But look, it's absolutely dead straight line, but this is a big look by Gimbert. Well, he plays a longer game, and maybe the second race is where he's going to come good, and he has done. Sails by, but Mercado's going to try and hit back with a late one here. Can't get him on the switch.
Now Gimbert got on the gas so early coming out of that last turn of Puccini, and as I said before, it's so important that turn. Got great drive, and looks like the Kawasaki and the BMW are very closely matched on speed. That pass there we just seen was actually 195 miles per hour, so you can imagine these guys are going so quick. Any mistake, you've got to trust the next guy, the guy next to you, not to make a mistake, do anything foolish.
You know what, you carry experience like the Bol d'Or, the 24 hours and Spa. You think those are endurance races, but sometimes they're 24-hour sprints. And this man, well, look at this pass here, beautiful drafting.
Great drafting, yeah. You actually see Gimbert there on Mercado, just drafted him perfectly. Probably hardly anything different between the bike's performance, but because he drafted him, he's pushing no air at all. Gimbert still in the lead now, and Lamara's caught up with Mercado. This looks like a freeway race for the lead.
Well, Lamara dragging along Bergman as well here. Bergman still doing nothing dramatic at the moment, except for going backwards off pole, which he did in the opening race as well. But he's there. He's still in touch in 5th place. The lone rider behind is Carrera on the Aprilia.
He's catching.
He is. He's spinning nicely here. Lai and Andreozzi and Polita, with Goy in 10th place, are just behind. Not that far either, but it's probably between these 6 as we speak. Lai has got a deficit of around just about 4 seconds, which at this pace is a country mile mile, approaching the halfway mark then.
And Magnoni in third position, he's put in the fastest lap of 153.7, so he's around about 2/10 faster than everybody else in the circuit at the moment.
Magnani doing a great job of having a look at Mercado here. We'll see. Gimbert is in a superb place right now, but it's the Kawasaki of Mercado that's under real threat from Magnoni as we speak. The lone rider is Lai, just a little bit further back. And there, oh, what about this?
Gimbert so late on the brake, you see the rear tyre moving around and it was actually lifting off the ground then. Looking at Lamara now in fourth position.
Absolutely no choice. Mercado is determined to get back that spot. Now, Mercado did exactly this, but it was a smoother line on the final lap that got the better of Carrera. Lamara as well is running in fourth place, and these guys were a big feature of the first. Carrera's got ground to make up. 2 seconds down, he is running in sixth place at the moment behind Bergman.
Yeah, that's right. And Gimbert going into the chicane there, and you can see the back end of his bike sliding out. But I can see these guys after about 10 laps, with 7 laps of 14, after about 10 laps, these rear tyres are going to start sliding around, because as I said before, they're putting out about 220 odd horsepower, these machines. And
look at the drive that Magnoni's getting into the corners here.
That part of the circuit, Cole, is just the best ever. I tell you, this part of the circuit as well, you come through here, it's like it's a blind right-hander, as you don't even see the exit of the corner, you can't see it there. Oh, he's gone wide there, Lamar. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Wow, you can see them sliding about all over the place.
Well, Mercado is really battling now. Magnoni, just a small mistake there. He's made amends for it right now, and he's got another drive-through here coming up. Mercado not thinking about what's going on behind, but perhaps he should, because Magnoni is on such a drive coming into these corners in particular. But on the exit, Mercado's got it all knitted together. All this is playing into the hands of Gimbert, who's out front at the moment, and he's distanced the pair behind him by about a bike length at the moment, but that's easily made up at moments such as this.
Yeah, Mercado looking up the inside, going into the last corner onto the start-finish straight now, and Gimbert very smooth going into this turn. It looks like the most composed rider. You just see there on Bergman getting a little bit squirrely going into the fast downhill right-hander after Abriata 2.
Now Bergman mustn't snatch at this, has a look, drives into the rear almost of Lamara.
Magnoni just
is he going to make it stick? Bergman hangs out a leg as if to say, look, I'm going to take that space.
Watch out, watch out. What's this guy doing now? He hasn't got a clue about the other races coming round.
So they've caught the back markers here in the second half of this race, and he better get himself clear, because there's a real hornet's nest that he's just kicked here, and they're right behind him. Gimbert being backed up at the moment into the hands of Mercado.
I think they played into Gimbert's number 7, the BMW, for Gimbert's advantage there, because you can see Mercado's lost a little bit of time going through there with that back marker. Oh, someone's going to have a moment here by the look of it. Oh, someone's gone straight on. Oh, it's crashed. They're down. Wow, that's a fast race. Exactly the same spot that Valentino Rossi broke his leg so very badly a couple of years ago. So hopefully the rider is going to be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I couldn't see the number actually.
Number 8, much further
number
down.
32.
Valia. Yeah, it was Valia riding on, and number 32 just very, very in close attendance there, having dropped back from qualifying mid-grid. 8 laps completed then of the 14.
And look how close these guys are. The top 6 are closing up. That's great. The rider number 32's got up. He's walking away. Looks like he's hurt his wrist a bit, but nothing as bad as what Valley done a few years ago. So fingers crossed. The riders are coming around just in this position now. The yellow flag's going to be out. You've got to take it a little bit steadier than what they did before, because marshals are out on the track in harm's way there. So you can see the waved yellow flag. No one's allowed to overtake until you get past that waved yellow flag.
Well, it's been a nightmare weekend for Fabrizio Lai, who laid the bike down there. Only managed 9 laps in the opening race. He's gone one worse this time by. 8 laps completed. In fact, on lap 9 he went down again.
Look at that long freight train of Superbikes.
Look at this for a bit of view from Mercado here. He's left it very, very late. Can't quite get there. He's going to try again on the inside. He's on the correct exit line here. Can he make it stick? Tries to shed some speed. Can't do. Nose taken off by Gimbert.
Gimbert closes the door on Mercado. How good was that? He just left the door open for him. He said, OK, have a go if you want, but there's no way I'm going to let you. And then closes the door on him firmly.
Magnoni and Bergman just waiting to pounce here. It's Bergman that's looking quite lively as well. Lamara also involved very much so. 1 second covering the top 6 as Carrera's actually closed in here. That back marker has compressed these guys into a real fighting force.
Yeah, we're looking at what, 1,250 horsepower freight train here on these Superbikes going around. So yeah, it's going to be great. We've got 5 laps to go, or 4.5 laps to go. Look at that.
Whoa!
Changing direction there. Is that Bergman? I think it was, wasn't
beautiful. I think it was, but he's gone too wide. It's easy to get found out. Bergman is going to hold it through this one here. Does a great job. Carrera's also following him through here, I think.
Lamara, I think that was following through on the Ducati.
Was 9 complete of the 14 here. It's approaching the business end of this race. Second in the championship, don't forget. They raced also at Mugello yesterday. That race taken by Mercado. He's running in second place at the moment with Gimbert, the old warhorse, out front. You know, I'd love to see Bergman pick this one up and at least get on the podium here, because he must have felt brutalised by the opening race. Did exactly the same here, and it seems we've got a lot of deja vu going on with Fabrizio Lai going out on the 9th lap in the opening race, and indeed on the 8th this time by. Gimbert, Bergman and Mercado, the top 3 right now, but you have to look beyond them as well and just stay within the second. The top 6, incidentally, have distanced the field by over 10 seconds.
Did you see Bergman there going up the inside of Magnoni, just on the switchback, changing direction? Look at this, they're going down the hill and Bergman's in the hunt now.
Oh, wonderful. Now Mercado on the 92 bike.
He's made it. Surely he's made it on the brakes. Yes, he has, going into turn 1.
So a lovely exchange between Gimbert and Mercado. It's been like that throughout this race. Very, very close attendance to each other. Bergman in 3rd place now with Lamara both moving up a spot. Magnoni in 5th. Carrera also part of the party on board the Aprilia, but kind of waiting to pick up the spoils like a vulture here, I think, because everyone else is nearly 12 seconds back.
And Lamara just got into 3rd position there. He's just overtaken Magnoni, and I mean, Mercado looks like he's trying a lot harder now. He's got his head down, there's black lines coming out of the back of the bike, but Gimbert looks like he isn't ruffled at all.
Well, that's Bergman, who was up to 3rd, but has just ceded that place to Lamara.
Lamara's going to overtake now.
He's going to get done here.
He's done him going into Arrabbiata 1. And can Gimbert overtake on the Arrabbiata 2 on the exit here? Look, just have a look on the inside as he tries braking downhill. No, he hasn't quite done it. Lamara's fast going into here.
Hangs a lag. It's the 71 of Bergman running in 4th place at the moment. Oh, what changes we've had. It was exactly the same yesterday with 5 scrapping it out, and we've got the same kind of thing going on here. Well, just looking at the lap times, we've got a full second slower than the fastest lap yesterday. That was set by Alessio Carrera, who finished in 2nd place. He's also involved here, so he can go quick on that Aprilia. And just wait to see how he masters this one. Lovely lean in from Lamara on the Ducati. He's making it sing today.
Yeah, that's right, he's flying it. You look at it changing direction, just going into Arrabbiata 2 there, just changed underneath the switchback. Now the Ducati can do this because it can change the direction a little bit better than the 4 cylinders. You see coming down the 195-mile-an-hour straight now, and Gimbert just pulled out Lamara, elbow. Seb, Gimbert looks really cool and calm and collected, but he's leaving the door open far too much. You can just see there. Looks like one of the other riders, I think it's Magnoni, just overtaken Gimbert on the inside. Well, yes, he has. Almost took him out.
Almost rode him off the circuit here, and Gimbert having to cede ground, and just he loses another spot here. Gimbert fighting back here from leading. He's now in 5th place. Remarkable racing.
Just as I was saying, that he was a little bit too cool for these youngsters are just duffing up Gimbert. 36 years old, he's the older statesman, Gimbert now. Just see now on the switchback again, bang, up the inside of Gimbert. He's got to watch that.
He has. He finished off the podium in the first race, finished in 4th. That might be a good result for him right now, the way this one's shaping up. 3 laps remaining here at Mugello, 2nd round of the season. Into the corner by Lamara. Mercado's on his tail here, though. Absolutely. Whoa. It's a complete shake-up. If you've got timing scrolling where you are, it means absolutely nothing, because there's so many changes between the recognition points for the data here. But the top, they come again over the right.
Yeah, and the top, just see that, and you see the Mercado just to pull out the Ducati slipstream.
Fabulous.
Just got a little bit of an edge on him, and Magnoni's going to have a go as well. Trying to go up the inside, but Lamar is so late on the brakes on the Ducati there.
Look at the Aprilia of Carrera as well, just stalking everybody here. Absolutely brilliant. Magnoni it is, almost with a lazier line through, just gets a little kick up, and Carrera closes in on him again.
Carrera wants to get in on the action now. He's pulled past Gimbert, and he looks really strong on the Aprilia. It's the first time we've seen the Aprilia actually get to the the pointy end of this race. Remember, he got a bad start and he managed to pull back about 2 seconds on this leading pack.
Well, he went fast yesterday, very, very late on. Lovely dive up the inside, makes that one stick. Oh, lovely work here.
That's Masai, Polita and Conforti out there having a bit of a battle.
Yeah, it's off the pace, 14 seconds down. Meanwhile, the battle out front is absolutely enthralling. We've got to stay here. Mercado then. Watch out for Carrera as well on the 3-bike.
Yes, that's 4th position there on the Aprilia. He looks very strong, you know. I wouldn't be surprised. Looks going up the inside there of Lamar, isn't I think that's Magnoni. But having a look, didn't quite have a go.
Well, the Kawasaki and Mikado in the green there, running in 2nd place at the moment. Just giving you some data from the last lap, and we've got 2 to go here, and you just can't call this. 5 riders still in with a shout, and I've got to say, I think Gimbert looks the least likely to take this, but then again, he's an old warhorse, and he's just building his final challenge for this race, I think.
Yeah.
2 laps to go. Behind him, and Bergman has been distanced here.
Yeah, Carrera looks fast. That's the bike, the Aprilia in 4th position there. Mid-corner looks very, very quick, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see him having a go at these leaders any time now.
2 to go then. Goodness me, the battle further down the order as well enthralling, with Polita featuring.
Going back onto the start-finish straight now. The leaders are halfway down the start-finish straight. You see there, 5 abreast.
Wide, unbelievable.
Lamar, look out! Carradi's done it.
Carradi's made it. Wow, that was amazing.
Oh, he's put his hand up.
Huge apology to everybody else.
Oh dear, I nearly fell off the chair then.
Unbelievable. 5 wide almost coming in. I think it was 4 plus Gimbert, but he's playing spectator, expecting them to take each other off.
Carradi
on been surprised.
Yeah, Carradi on the Aprilia, number 3, the old Max Biaggi number there, isn't it? And he's on the Aprilia, funny enough as well. And he's actually starting to pull away. Look how smooth he is. Look how much corner speed he's carrying.
Well, we thought he was waiting to deliver something, and is it a killer blow? Lamara now chasing him down, and it's Mercado in 3rd place on the green machine.
Eddie Lamara looks a bit panicky to me, in 2nd position on the Ducati.
Trying to snatch out now. This is that slick move that required an apology. Let's have a look at it.
Wow, it looks sideways, almost out of control. Just had to let go of the brakes. So look at the mechanic. Oh no, my bike.
Mercado, don't touch him, he says, for goodness sake. Carradi out front, and you're absolutely right. He has distanced them here. Lamara, Mercado, Magnoni, Carradi. I can't believe this. Gimbert is kind of letting them have this, to be honest. It's far too feisty up there, almost madness, but controlled madness. Genius at work, you might say. Carradi going sideways through a line of 3 other riders there, apologising. He's got nothing to apologise for at all.
Sorry, chaps, now I'm away.
Maybe that was see ya rather than an apology.
Yeah, maybe it was just like, see you later, guys, I'm off. But he can really catch he really carried the corner speed, can't he, Carradi? And it's absolutely amazing. We're just looking at Conforti there, number 53. Polita having a bit of a fight with Masai, and back down the straight, and Mercado's pulled out of Lamara's slipstream. He's into 2nd position, but Carradi's still in the lead. Looks like Mercado's going to have a go at Carradi on the brakes here.
He certainly is. But everybody's going to get there. The lighter machine just sails its way through here. The Kawasaki and Mercado in 2nd place.
This is the last lap.
He's going to have to fight hard to even hold on to that.
Yeah, it's the last lap, remember, as well, Carlton. Sorry to talk over you there. I'm getting so excited. This is fantastic. And Carradi's out in the lead on the Aprilia. We've got Mercado in 2nd position on the Kawasaki, number 92, and number 47, Lamara in now 4th place, just been overtaken by Magnoni.
Yeah, Magnoni, and
on the BMW
back as well. Lamara, podium places up for grabs, but we think the winner's going to be Carradi here. Downhill he comes.
Now Lamara in 4th position will not like to be finishing off the podium. I can tell you that now. Looks like
look at that move, absolute genius.
Beautiful.
Sails through, holds the line, 2 locked together. He's got the right exit out of this one, but it's going to be Carradi that takes this.
But while he does this, you got Mercado and Carradi out in the front pulling away. Now Lamara's going to start panicking now. We've got about half a lap to go.
Oh, over the top they come. Carradi's got to just keep his head together here.
Look at Lamar in 3rd place. He's pushing so hard. He's got to be really careful he doesn't go down there. He's got to think about the championship as well. He's much better to finish on the podium rather than crashing out and gaining no points at all. Carradi looks like he's on rails.
I think this is position set right now. We're running out of track, running out of time. What a race we've had to open it up here for Superbike.
We've got 3 more corners to go now. This is the position where the place where Rossi crashed and broke his leg so badly, and then going through Carradi, going through the chicane, sliding sideways on the exit there, going into the last corner. Mercado looks like at the inside, but he's not going to do it because Corradi's closed the door.
Into Boccini then, the long lazy run round. It's the last chance here, the big run up to the line, and here we go. Light up the afterburners. It's going to be Corradi on the Aprilia, surely, but Mercado driving through at him. The line approaching. Oh, they're battling, paint all over the place here. Oh, and he takes it. Unbelievable. Mercado snatches it at the very last off Corradi. He got the drive with the Kawasaki out of that corner, and it's a 2 for the weekend for Mercado. The Argentina's done it again. Smooth lines and class is what pays off, and it's done it here.
Fantastic. That was absolutely brilliant. Corradi, you know, went in a little bit tight into that last corner. We'll see, hopefully see a replay in a while. Corradi on the Aprilia went in a little bit tight on the last lap on the last corner, but come out too wide. You see him go onto the rumble strip, and Mercado kind of squared the corner off, got the acceleration on the Kawasaki, and just managed to slipstream Corradi along that straight perfectly, past him just before he got to the line. What a fantastic race.
What a beautiful race that was. Aprilia, we thought, had nailed that one, but Mercado, he kept his head. He was so smooth out there. Calmness will out. Oh, he can't quite believe it. You know what? He stayed so cool on that final corner there. He had the belief, and they were leaning into each other, approaching the line.
That's
amazing.
Right. They're doing a bit of a burnout now for the fans, and on the back of the track, he's really, really pleased. And the Argentinian Mercado, he's been doing stock championship for quite a long time. Was actually AMA Supersport champion as well. Yeah, he's got a bit of experience. Still a youngster though, so someone maybe for the World Superbike Championship in the future.
I think almost inevitably. The Kawasaki probably the nearest to those machines as well. And it checks over his shoulder here. It's all right, you've won. Unbelievable. Round 2 then, Mercado makes it a double. He is our championship leader and does it almost at the double as well at the end. Corradi thought he'd got that, so did we, but the final corner, we knew it was the last roll of the dice. And you know what? Coming up double sixes was Mercado. He made it stick. Absolutely fantastic. Well, what about that? The distance, incidentally, Bergman, who was our pole man, led home the field in 6th place. In fact, he was distanced on his own. Conforti, that great battle of the BMWs with Massey and Polita, finishing in 7th place.
And you know, there was 5,000ths of a second between Mercado and Corradi on that last lap across the line.
He knows he's been beaten, and he doesn't like it. Well, you know what? That's a hard thing to be part of, a battle such as that, and then not win. But boy, oh boy, did I enjoy that.
Yeah, I did as well. I think it was amazing that we didn't even, you know, we didn't have a clue who was going to win that race, did we? And for Corradi to pull through from the back, fantastic.
1, 2, 3, same as yesterday. Welcome back. We've had an absolute thriller in the Superbike opener here. You can hear the Moto3 boys going around in their 254 strokes. That'll be up next, live here on Motors TV. Yes, Superbike, it was a repeat of the opening race, but the drama was absolutely enthralling out there. You just could not call it. Well, we thought we could, but we couldn't. What a battle. Corradi just making the slickest move out there, it seemed, but Mercado left it late. And in fact, the last move is always the best move if it's a winning move.
That's right, yeah, you've got to be there at the end. And Mercado, look, you see a big smile on his face.
Perfect weekend, couldn't be more positive. Yeah, I've taken a lot of positive out this weekend. It couldn't have gone better at all out there. I can't quite believe it, he says. Great battle towards the end. He's giving credit to Corradi as well out there. You know, I just had to keep something in reserve, hold something back until the end, he says. He said every line was being battled for out there. Yeah, the final line though is the one that you need to take, and out of that corner he said, I don't quite know how I found it, but I got the drive. And I got the win. Thank you very much.
One other thing to note as well, Colton, that it's a battle of tyres as well, and you can see there that
Is the man?
Was on, yeah.
Is our beaten man?
2 guys on Pirellis on the Lamar on Pirelli and Mercado on Pirellis, and Carrera on Dunlop.
This is Lamara, who finished in 3rd place. He said, to be honest, on a race such as this, it's hard to call. But I did everything I could. I thought that victory could have happened, but in the end, it got quite brutal out there. And
ce la saremmo giocata in volata, quindi
he's saying I basically just had to battle for my own places here.
Quindi a posto, dai, a posto così.
Yeah, in the end, I'm pleased that I got myself a podium, and well, in that kind of company, I suspect you have to be pleased.
Well, the thing is, I can't be too disappointed. It was so close, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
We got Carrera now.
Ci siamo un bel weekend anche per te che chiude.
A great weekend, maybe not absolutely perfect for you. Yeah, it was a great race. You know, it's important to be on the podium. It's good for my for the squad. It's good for the team, Aprilia. But you know, in the end, to get beaten like that on the final corner, you know, I couldn't have done more. He said, and thank you to everybody.
No,
that's nice to know.
You can't blame him, Cole. You know, no. he kind of went into the last corner because everyone normally tries to overtake on the brakes going into the last corner. Onto the start-finish straight, and he closed the door there. He'd done exactly the right thing, but what he'd done, he carried a little bit too much corner speed mid-corner, and that put him out wide on the exit, and it's really, really important to get the exit, and that's where he lost it. Really.
Well, let's have a look at this. It was a nightmare start yet again from Christoph Bergmann. Yeah, just dropped back into the field here, and they just ate him up, and it wasn't long before the cream rose to the top here, but it was feisty early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, elbows out, always is in superbike racing, you know, especially in this Italian Championship, and bumping and boring until they get themselves sorted out, and then it was the first 5 that actually broke away, wasn't it? Well, keep an eye on Carrera, number 3 there, because he got dropped off early on in the race, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Mercado pulled away, so
managed to get himself back in though, and then sort of he rode about 4 laps just biding his time, and when he finally nailed it in a very haphazard manner, I'm sure we're going to see it on the highlights here. There were 5 coming into the corner, there were 3 in front of him, and he made such an amazing fist of it towards the end. Sebastian Gimbert, I thought, was looking like he was on rails out there, and we thought maybe he was warming to the task in his second race, but the young guys behind him, there was 4 of them at this point, yeah, they really beat him up towards the end, I'm afraid, right. And took the 36-year-old to the limit, and he didn't like it. We got a tumble out there as well, almost repeating from yesterday. Fabrizio Lai, it was on board his 32 Kawasaki, crashed on lap 9 yesterday. He went 1 earlier this time by, but as they settled in, we were getting some amazing battles. It was real squeaky bump time throughout. Christoph Bergmann was involved at that point, then dropped back and kind of left them to it. But what a party it was.
Yeah, Carrera there overtaking going into the into the first corner, and a little bit out of control. Actually, put his hand up to say sorry to his other fellow riders there. But Carrera out in the lead until the last lap, and
I think this is it.
This is it, going in a little bit too quick still. Look how wide, you didn't quite see it there, but Carrera went out a bit wide. Mercado went up the inside.
Whoa,
they were bumping and boring at 190 miles an hour, and Mercado just made it. I think Carrera there tried to push Mercado out of the way a little bit, didn't he? But he didn't quite work because Mercado just put his elbow out. Leaning on each other.
He came towards him. They actually didn't touch, but the thought was there from Carrera. I thought they had, but it wasn't quite there. And Carrera taking the applause there in his yellow baseball cap. But
Mercado showing his guns off there.
Absolutely, quite right too. Great strength. You need it for the big green machine.
And Carrera doesn't look that happy about it, I've got to say.
Well, yes, wearing a full set here. Maybe it was just the aero that held him back there. It was the narrowest of margins, wasn't it?
Nothing at all, that's right, yeah. Mercado just got that extra bit of drive. I'm really impressed the way he rode. He really rode with his head. For a youngster, Mercado, who's won it there in the Kawasaki levers, done a great job.
Was it 1,000th between them? It was unbelievable.
5,000th, I think, yeah.
5,000. So I reckon if he shaves his beard off there, Carrera, he might make up that gap.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Kawasaki then, and Team Pedicini.
Yeah, that's Pedicini, yeah. He's been around for a long, long time, since I was World Superbike racing, and that is a long time ago.
Goodness me, what, 13 years?
I don't think quite as many as that, actually, but probably 25. Yeah, scary, isn't it?
I was trying to be nice. There we are. He has nailed it. Argentine national anthem. Fabulous race. If we could mirror that in the 3 remaining races you've got here on Motors TV, we'll be delighted. Moto 3 coming up next, let's not forget. Then we've got the Stock 600s and Super Sport 600 to finish us off. I'll tell you what, I'm really almost already finished off. The Superbike was amazing. It's the same podium as race 1, and you'd be hard pushed to disagree with that for race 2 as well. Great entertainment. Let's hope we've got plenty more to come for Moto 3, which is coming up in just a few moments' time. Stay with us here on Motors TV.